Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Baker arrested for using profanity at Sunfest. Dancehall artist Baker was arrested for using profanity as he performed a night at the Reggae Sunfest, now underway in Montego Bay, St. James. The artist, whose real name is Ronaldo Billings, was called off stage about 2 minutes remaining in his set after ignoring warning to desist from using expletives. Baker was taken to the police station at Catherine Hall Entertainment Center, where the festival is being held. Me I go tell any odd artist, we come on the stage here tonight, the police are very adamant, and that anyone that you curse any curse word, you will be sanctioned to the Montego Bay police station. Can't say me never did that one, no. Host Pretty Boy Floyd won after Baker left the stage. He also told patrons, "Uno can boo all uno want, uno not go jail with them." Call center workers stabbed to death by alleged gangsters in St. Anne. The St. Anne police are reporting the stabbing death of a man by an alleged gang in the parish on Friday morning. The deceased has been identified as 21-year-old Andre McDonald, a call center worker of Artiste District, Brownstone in the parish. According to the lawmen, McDonald was stabbed to death about 12:12 a.m. The lawmen theorized that the incident was the act of the members of the Strap Them gang. It is not clear if McDonald was associated with the Strap Them gang or any other gang in the parish. This is the latest in several killings linked to gang violence in St. Anne. The St. Anne police recently told reporters that a gang feud has been impacting the parish. Woman wanted for murder in U.S. arrested in St. James. A 39-year-old woman who is wanted for murder and other serious offenses in the U.S. was arrested in St. James on Friday. The Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force says Reynolds of Greenwood, St. James, was nabbed in an extradition warrant during an operation by the St. James Police, the Jamaica Defense Force, and the Jamaica Fugitive Apprehensive Team. The Montego Bay Police say the operation was carried out between the hours of 4 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. Her home was searched and Reynolds took into custody pending further investigation. Ruling on Issa right to privacy case expected September 29. A ruling on the application by Amor Leo Issa seeking to quash a judge production order granting permission to police to search her phone is to be expected on or before September 29, a panel of 3 judges said on Friday. During a constitutional hearing in the Supreme Court, the judges also extended the July 31 date in which Leo Issa is expected to comply with the production order to September 29. Leonie Issa is the mother of 9-year-old Gabriel King, who was murdered last year after she reported to the police that her car had been hijacked with the child inside. The mother has repeated they failed to allow police investigators to search her cell phone after they had indicated a desire to analyze information on the device as part of their investigation into the killing of her artistic son. The St. James Parish Court had ruled that she must comply with the request for her password and she is not allowed to be present while her phone is being analyzed by experts, but her attorney and a technological expert may observe the process. The legal wrangling over access to Leo Issa's phone began on September 6, 2022, when the court granted the police request for her to allow them to access within 48 hours. When that deadline was missed, lawmen again took the issue to court, and the judge issued a next 60-day deadline that was also missed. In March, the Supreme Court granted a stay of order to search Leo Issa's cell phone following an application by her attorney, Cameron. The attorney requested the stay as they await the outcome of the constitutional motion filed on behalf of Ms. Issa, challenging the order to search her cell phone. The attorney argued that the order to search her phone is a breach of her right of privacy. Norman Manley International Airport operator says it's responsibility of airlines to inform passengers of their flight status following operational delay. The affected flights were from JetBlue, Delta, Caribbean, and American Airlines.
Because of the type of equipment we had to service, that is a switch, we had the need of shutting down all systems and to turn off also the standby generator. So the airport was, according to the plan, going to be totally out of power. As I said, the activity was supposed to finish at 3 a.m., but we have an issue that we didn't foresee. We have a delay of approximately 3 hours. From the 3 a.m., we reestablished the power at 6 a.m. and 10 minutes. We affected some airlines and planes. Mainly, we have a flight from John F. K., JetBlue, and we have other flights that were going to be outbound early in the morning. It's important to say that this was not a failure of any system. This was a plan maintenance. But we have this important challenge in the morning, and we try to fix it as soon as possible. Of course, this was not satisfactory, and that's why we affect many of the stakeholders. The director of operations, Teresa, that is here with us, was part of that team that was on site advising all the different passengers that were arriving. And through different, mainly WhatsApp, we kept informed our stakeholders, meaning airlines and commercial partners. So we had a communication mainly with our stakeholders and not directly with passengers at the moment, because the time that situation happened and because all the team was focused to try to remedy the situation.
The planned activity is a routine activity which is carried out from time to time at the airport. And as we always do, we sent out an information bulletin on the 14th of July to all our stakeholders. So that would have put all the airlines and all the businesses, everyone operating at the airport on notice of the planned power shutdown. So airlines, I think JetBlue would have rescheduled a flight that would have come in during the window. However, the passenger communications typically are handled by the airlines. We communicate with the airlines.
I would like to add to my colleagues, the scheduled time period for the activity, had everything gone according to plan and as we would have experienced in past iterations of this exercise, the systems would have been brought back online well ahead of the startup time for the morning departures. So based on our plan, there would have been no negative experience by passengers. Notwithstanding, we don't communicate directly with passengers, we communicate with our stakeholders, who in turn communicate with their passengers.
St. Elizabeth Police Chief reassures citizens amid robberies. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police Superintendent Coleridge Minto has sought to give bar operators some level of reassurance, even as he urged citizens to continue sharing information that may lead to the apprehension of suspects who have targeted bars in South Central Parish in recent weeks. Against the backdrop of a reported article on Tuesday, which pointed out to concerns of bar operators complaining that bars were under siege in St. Elizabeth, police have increased patrols in areas targeted by robbers. Minto told justices of the pieces of a function recently that there was a space of armed robberies in St. Elizabeth. In this quiet parish of St. Elizabeth, we have men driving around with high-powered rifles. We had 3 robberies recently in 1 week, 3 men with rifles and another with a handgun, robbing business establishments at night, he said. We want our citizens to get involved and to share any information that you may have that can help us, he added. Minto told reporters on Friday that the police are closing in on robbery suspects. The Pedro Plains police responded to a telephone call regarding a break-in in progress at a bar situated along the Williamsfield Main Road on Sunday about 4:35 a.m. On arrival at the scene, checks were made and 2 men were seen in the process of mounting a red motorcycle. On the approach of the police, they ran, leaving behind a suitcase stocked with assorted liquor and other items valued at $80,000. 1 monitor box valued at $30,000 and $960 in cash, he explained. He said the motorcycle was also seized. Rights group seeks to halt deportation of Haitians. Human rights group Freedom Imaginaries is making a last-ditch effort to stop the deportation of 29 Haitians from Jamaica. It has written to the government urging it to comply with UN Refugee Agency and Inter-American Commission on Human Rights Directive to suspend the forced return of Haitians. The 24 men and 5 women were on Tuesday each fined $7,000 or 3 days of hard labor in the Port and Parish Court. The Passport Immigration and Citizens Agency is now making arrangements to have them return to Haiti. However, in a letter dated July 20, Freedom Imaginaries said the UN Refugee Agency has warned the conditions in Haiti continue to be dire and not conducive to the forced returns. The UNHCR has therefore called upon states in the region to suspend the forced return of Haitians to their country, warning that Haitians who return to Haiti may face life-threatening security and health risks and further displacement inside the country, the group further stated in its letter.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.